Alright, so instead of leaving negativity, I will say this, I've had really positive experiences doing Uber Eats. Um, One thing that stuck in my mind to this day, I was doing the Uber Eats delivery to one of the hotels near the casino, not the casino resort one of the hotels around it. And there was a black gentleman. He was getting into the elevator. He was a little ahead of me. And he turned around and he was looking at his phone. So I was like, he probably won't see me. But at the last minute, he looked up, he caught me, and he saw me standing there. And he put his hand on the elevator, and he actually stopped it. So I was like, oh, wow. And he actually pushed it open. Because it was still trying to close, and he pulled it open. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, I didn't notice you till the last minute. He's like, I'm sorry if you felt insulted. This man, yeah, complete stranger, apologizing because he was afraid that he insulted me. I just smiled. I was like, man. Yeah, man. I was like, that's the first time I feel like an old man. I told him, I was like, man. I was like, no. I think it's cool. I was like, well, what's great though is like kindness. I was like, kindness doesn't exist anymore. And he smiled. And he said, no, man. He's like, I have a strong feeling that you would treat it like that a lot in your life. I started laughing. Like, man. It's like, my next question now is, you're going to ask which part of the Navajo Nation I'm from. And he started laughing. And we just laughed. And I told him Island Valley. And he's like, oh, I've never been there. He's like, I've been to Ganado. I was like, that's still a good area. So, but no, I just told him, I was like, man, thank you for doing that. I was like, that really made my day because everyone was treating me like crap today. And he just said, oh, he's like, well, I'm glad it made your day. So, that was good. And then another good thing is about all the students I interact with, they all know what's up. You still get those students who want to live in a certain manner and pattern, but everyone knows what's up. So, as far as the young generation, I ain't worried about it at all. They grew up with understandings of a different, faster moving world. So, if you're a younger generation, you're listening to this, good job. I like what schools. Oh yeah, I was actually going to elaborate on that too. So what's Arizona schools are now changing. They have learned that what Mississippi did with their schools, their entire schools in their state, worked. So now at the high school I work at, their final period is called intervention, where they can take. Wait, I think I already elaborated on it. But the cool thing about that intervention is the students can interact with all various. There's no barriers. Like when I was playing Uno team with the paraprofessional, and then regular students came over and started playing with us. And another day, one of the regular students went to play chess, and the guy was actually pretty good. The paraprofessional, he really knew what he was doing, but he got to a certain point and he was no longer able to focus on it. But he got close to ending the game. So yeah, the younger generation, yeah, I really liked it. How they allowed them to interact with other people. So it's great to see that. Um, Everyone's still playing games, but it's just what it is. I played games when I was young, so I don't get upset about that. Well, a lot of students keep telling me though I'm a great teacher. I'm a really good teacher. I should become a first grade teacher or a second grade teacher, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even have kids, and I'm dealing with other people's kids. But it gave a good perspective because they were having a good time. Oh, and also another thing. Um, Nowadays, most people have foregone the barriers of farting, so that's all you ever hear. So I have to tell them go use the restroom. They know what they did, so that kind of made me laugh. Just like That was awkward. But I just used to tell them, hey, if you're doing that, go take a break and then come back. And they pick up on it and they do it, and then yeah. So, but it felt weird. It felt weird having to tell students that we're being disruptive like that. Yeah, I had to send 2 of them to the next class over. Oh yeah, so back to what they're teaching in school now these days is they're teaching safety. And everything you do should be safe. Are you being safe for your team, your classmates? So, which makes sense because if you're running in a hallway, that's not safe. You can fall down and run into someone. I always tell someone you can hit someone in the head, and now you have 2 freaking knots in your head, and I said knots aren't happy. Knots are not good at all. I'm letting my cat in. So, but yeah, now they teach them safety, and that really impressed me. They were all about safety. Even the paraprofessional, they were very adamant towards them that we were there to help them, we not do stuff for them. And it was all new to me. I mean, I just sat there observing stuff, and then the next day I tried to mimic it, and at some point they're like, you got this, and like, oh yeah, I got this. But what really struck me is how well I got along with the students. Just take a deep breath, and I just look at them like, I can wait here all day if you like. But yeah, it was fun talking to Alexa about the job hunts. So yeah, if you're pondering about stuff and you want to see what you've experienced is like normal, she'll tell you. Yeah, she'll tell you. And the moment I told her, I was like, most of the places were like that. It took up to a month. But like I said, that one school district I'm at now, there was no interview. They just said, here's the job offer. Do you want it or not? So what Alexa told me was, hearing this, I hope you took the job offer, because without a doubt, they saw your qualifications. Someone somewhere said we can forego it, either on superintendent actions or committee action. Which in this case, the school board voted me in, so I was really happy. Yeah, because at first they contacted me and said, "All right, this is your hire date, and here's your start date, because you can't start until the school board approves you." And that's what I was aiming for. This whole point too was to get school board approval, because then I wanted to know for a fact I'm actually at a legit school board or school district, not like a vocational or charter schools. All right, so last bit. When you're going job hunting and you figure out a way to say you don't have job gaps, don't talk about your job history. Keep your mouth shut. You need to try your best. That stuff is going around like wildfire. People will let it slip. Oh, I worked at another school district before. They won't even realize it. Next you know it, here comes the principal telling them that they gotta let them go because they lied on their job application. Now, there's a difference between an effort and lying on job applications. So in my case, it would be difficult for me to precisely remember all the places I worked. Why? Because I didn't keep track of it too well. But I can tell you this, I got lucky with Postmates, because Postmates went out of business. There's no way anyone can prove how long I worked with Postmates. I worked here and there, but there's no way to prove how long. Like, was it full time? Was it part time? So I got lucky in that arena. And I've even had people say it too. Because during the whole time I kept renewing with Postmates when they would say, do you want to renew? You want to renew? Yes, yes. Do a couple work, and then they say, all right, you're good to go. Do a couple work, you're good to go. That was the whole intent. But once they shut down and they got bought out by Uber Eats, that's when I knew, oh dang, I can't screw around anymore. Because it's only going to work once. So, when you take a new job, just zip it. Don't even talk about it. If people ask you, oh, where'd you work before this? You need to remember your resume. You better breathe your resume. Like I said, it's not your job to always keep accurate records on yourself because you got to live. But try your best to be honest. And if you do forget, I don't know, a certain job and you just decide to prolong your employment, that can also become an issue too. So, and also another thing that makes it difficult for me to get a job is when I was in the military, I have they hate it all the time. Some places they won't even call me, but they'll call like, hey, what were you doing between 2002 and 2007? I was like, well, it's on my resume. Don't you see I was in the Army? They said, no, I mean, we do background check. There's nothing that comes up for you. I was like, it's on my resume. I told you I was stationed in South Korea for all my whole active duty enlistment. So I dealt with that. So me getting a job just always blows my mind. But I saw the meme saying, hard-working people can't get a job, and people who quit jobs all the time can always get a job instantly. It was always like that, but like I said, this time it took a long time. So, anywho, my kitty's in here. She jumped up. She's jumping around. I just want to do one last blabber. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.